Okay.
And we are going. I love that. Does it have a name?
That
Music.
reminds me of someone who was like, what time did you close? Just now. But what time? Just now. What time? Let me check my watch.
Yeah, let me look at my watch.
Just now. Hello, everybody.
Now.
Welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. Today, later in the studio, the energy's going to be weird and off. I apologize in advance because I don't like being with him in the morning. I really don't like being in the afternoon. Damon, how was your week?
Yeah, well, you've already eaten, so now I feel bad. Stuff's going to come up, I bet you.
Yeah, I've already eaten and about to be eaten.
Right. So, all right, I have a couple things from this week, all right? Oh, so much pain. You're going to feel that. So anyway, my wife, she went out for dinner one night.
My wife. That's
wife,
how you said that,
yeah,
by the way.
She went out for dinner one night with her friend, and she sent us like 85 texts, so we all knew that was going to happen. We, like me and Chuck, never remember anything.
Oh, is that why you were like, oh, so that's where you are?
Yes.
All right.
Now, that was the next morning. That night, after I got home from what I was doing, and I took a shower, I come downstairs, and Miss is at the table.
Thank
God. Chuck's in the front room, and I said, hey, guys, you want to have some fun?
Wait, you have a table and a front room?
I know. It's crazy.
Baller.
It's crazy. Even got some stairs. You know, some go upstairs, some go downstairs. Woohoo! Yeah, guys living large. So anyway, like 3X large. 3X large. That's probably what it is. But anyway, what's funny is that he went ahead, hey, Max, taking pictures. Look at that. Oh, and he even moves it. Yeah. He's got a fancy new camera, everybody.
He's got it on a gimbal.
He's got a fancy new camera.
His thimbles on a gimbal.
Yeah.
What were you talking about?
So my wife, when she left, we were in a group text.
Yeah.
So what I said was, let's not get in a group text. Let's all send an individual text at the same exact time. So we're all going to type in there, hey, where are you? Right? Because we're going to play stupid. Other than Chuck goes, what's for dinner?
Totally your family.
Yeah. So we all send them at the same time. She comes in the door and she goes, really? And I go, really what? She goes, at the same time? And I go, what's at the same time? And she goes, your text message said, well, I know I texted you. I played stupid. Yeah. She's like, sure. I'm like, no, we were all standing there. We counted down 2, 3, 2, 1. And we did it. You know?
T minus 5 seconds that you're dating Nicole.
Yeah.
T minus 4.
But when
3.
she put up the picture, yeah, I talked the whole time. You know me. I didn't go silent.
Also, she's not used to things happening at the same time. So I totally get it.
Yeah. I usually text first. That's why. Okay. So anyway.
Phone first.
Yeah. No, but what was funny is, so then she put the post up with her friend, and the next day, that's when I comment, I go, oh, that's where you were. Like that, and my daughter's, she liked it, and my wife's like, really? That's what we're doing? So yeah, that was really the only fun we had at my house. What about you? Any fun?
It's funny you say that, because my car has been warning me, maintenance soon, maintenance soon, maintenance soon, and then on the way to the airport on Monday, maintenance now, maintenance now. And it was just an oil change. So
right.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm out of town all week. When my car's at the airport all week because someone else, not naming names, has not cleaned nor gotten their car repaired. So I don't want to drive it to the airport and get either right at the airport and have it die, or get home from a week of traveling and not be able to get home.
Right.
So I'm saying, get that taken care of, and then we'll swap. I'll take that car. But so I'm like, this morning we couldn't record because you had to do something, and I was like, well, I'll use that time to get an oil change. I get up, I get dressed, I run downstairs, I go outside. There's no car. And so I had to do this, where are you?
That's a necessity for an oil change.
Yeah.
You got to have the car. You got to bring the car to the oil.
It's like, where are you?
Yeah.
I'm 6 minutes out. I'm like, cool. Because I wanted to be there.
6 minutes out? What kind of cool? That's awesome.
I'm 6 minutes out, Ghost Rider.
Right. I'm gonna buzz the tower.
I was just gonna say, all right, request to buzz the tower. That's negatory. Gonna do it anyway. But I wanted to be there right at when they open the shop.
Right.
And then I get in there. There's no cars anywhere. I pull in. There's one car in front of me. They're like, have you been here? I'm like, no, I have no idea how your process works. I feel like an idiot, even though I'm a grown-ass adult. Just, what do I need to do?
Right.
First off, I'm rolling down the window. I'm not kidding you. There's 10 people at desk just looking at me, and 40 other people milling around, and no one's coming over. And finally, I'm like, can I help you? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm supposed to be in here or not. Was I supposed to wait out there? No one said anything. And then,
sir, this is a YMCA, and that's a pool. I don't understand why you're parked next to it.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. So
then give me number 2.
I said, I just want to know. She's like, oh, no problem, no appointment needed. You just roll right in. Well, great, because that's what I did. Yeah. And they're like, have you ever been here before? And I say no, and I explained the whole story about how I bought my car at a Ford dealership because someone 8 minutes earlier had traded into it at a Hyundai place.
Right.
And it's like, I haven't been to a dealership yet, but let's get this taken care of. I want the maintenance because, as we recall, the last time I didn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to name names, but Brev Rollet tried to screw me on an engine.
It gets expensive.
Yeah.
It gets expensive.
So he's like, well, let me walk into the waiting room. We walk into the waiting room. Now, I'm 8 minutes past when they opened their doors.
How many people in there? 10?
35.
Really?
I'm not exaggerating because I counted. I was like, one. I don't know what they do at dealerships on Saturday mornings, but apparently that's the place to be.
Nice. I wouldn't say so, but okay. It's all good.
And then they had they had computers that kids could use and adults could, they had tall ones for adults and short ones for kids. Nice. And they had a coffee bar and some vending machines and everything. I'm sitting there. This family comes in with 3 kids, a grandma and a dad, and the kids run to the computers I'm sitting right next to, and the grandma sits right across from me. And I was like to the dad, do you want this seat? And he's like, no, it's good. I'm like, well, I'm getting up regardless.
Right.
So you can have it or not, but
right.
I am not going to sit here and watch your kids punch each over the face. It only has 7 places we can go. Why can't I go to prawn here on the dealership computer?
Really? Well, yeah, it's gonna be limited.
Yeah, it's 8-year-olds. They got to get their they got to get their porn in. You know?
So, I have a couple questions for you.
Oh no.
I was watching. So I'm really getting into TikTok, and I'm enjoying. We're doing some TikTok stuff for us, so I'm enjoying it.
That Kesha song?
Yeah. That's what it's all about. That bass.
You brush your teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Yeah, but what I noticed is like all these trick shots and everything else. They're all they're like a lot of them are green screen stuff. You know what I mean? Where guy like walks the ping pong ball off of each one, but he's in a green suit. I thought that would be hysterical if it was a guy my size in the green suit. So like maybe stuff was hanging out.
I was gonna say
like when you bend down.
Lapping?
Yeah, well, not whether it's that or whether you bend down and there's like butt crack.
I saw the
so you're like there's the ball and how is there 4 inches of butt crack just floating in the middle of the air right there? You know what I mean? I thought,
why is he backwards?
Yeah. This guy's smiling sideways. What is he? Oh no! I mean, you don't. I just thought that would
weird
be funny.
Mustache he's got. Too.
Yeah, and then even like cut to me and they're like, "Why is there a sandwich being made?" You just see the knife moving. Who's making a sandwich? Is that a ghost?
You just see all of a sudden like your mouth appears. You take a bite and your mouth disappears.
But I really thought though, because you see these guys and they're all like they're jumping around down the stairs and they're bouncing the ball off everything, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But get somebody real that's doing that. Like he's gonna trip over the pans, all of a sudden the pans move, and you're like, whoa, what just happened?
I mean, I applaud them, because you've seen the other videos where they used to do that. It'd be like take 12,175. Like we can just put green screen this and be done tomorrow. Be done in an hour. Okay.
Yeah. You know what we can do? Somebody can shoot the ball from way closer. We're just not going to show the up high stuff when you throw it.
We'll just edit that out.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll fix it in post. Yeah, I knew you were going there. But I thought that was cool. And then I had another question. Here's an honest question for both of you, Mac and you. What if
I thought you were counting me as 2 for a minute. And I was like, you son
for both of you.
If you were talking to Jordan,
Ted and Wilson.
Well, it was weird. Ted and Wilson.
Ted and Wilson. So
you have a subpoena.
Yeah. I used it confidently all week.
Go ahead.
All week.
What
if superheroes gave the city an invoice for their services rendered after the villains were apprehended?
Well, that's interesting because then the cities could just give an invoice for all the damage done by the superheroes.
Okay, I never thought of that. But I thought, how badass when like Superman's got everybody caught. Okay, they're all behind bars, this and that, and he hands them a bill, and they go, "We're not paying this." And he walks over and just spreads the bars open. Yeah. It's like, okay, then deal with it.
You're free to go.
He's repoing his villains, But
the same way, like they would come up and like, hey, we need you to pay for that skyscraper you put 17 new holes in, and he's like, Mr. Superman knows here.
So when the bat symbol goes up, there's like a dollar sign next to it, It's like that's a very odd.
Yeah, it shows like how much remaining. Yeah. Ooh. Can we get the amount of criminals we need under that budget?
Yeah,
I don't know if we can.
I never thought of that though. Yeah, they had you a bill for man, that's weird because I wasn't here.
There was a show on NBC that was called Powerless. That was Bruce Wayne's cousin ran a company that cleaned up after the superheroes.
Okay.
Yeah. It didn't make it a full season, so you can
really?
Imagine. Yeah, it had Danny Putty and.
How does that even happen?
What?
Don't they record a whole season at once?
No,
they probably didn't buy a whole season. They probably bought like 4 episodes, and then they were like, this doesn't. No,
you've never heard of shows being canceled after 2 episodes?
Oh yeah, if it doesn't show well.
I don't really watch TV.
Yeah. Also, somehow we've made it for almost 150, so you probably don't understand the concept of trash being taken off.
I was going to say, nobody cancels trash around here.
He's like, wait, you can stop shows?
Wait a minute. Wait.
I can just tell you no?
But the other thing, Max, like,
frankly, you could, yeah.
Can I still charge Damon, or how does that work? Because I think I want him to keep coming.
That's the difference is NBC can get money elsewhere.
Correct. Yeah.
Where you're like, you know what? I'll just take their money.
Yeah, I gotta deal with these idiots. It is what it is. So no, I thought that was kind of neat. Hey, the other thing I did this week, I went to block.
Hey, the other thing I did this week, everyone, come on down. Yeah. You're the next contestant on Listen to Damon's Garbage.
But I went to block a spam caller.
I was like, that's the weirdest store ever.
Yeah,
because it sounds like you were going to say Blockbuster, which doesn't exist. I went to block a spam caller.
And I bought this shirt.
Picked up a couple of Framistan and a what's it.
And I had a whatchamacallit.
Had a coupon.
Yeah, had a coupon.
All right, so you hit block a caller.
Yeah, so I went to block.
Go ahead, because I did this morning too.
Well, it said spam, so I thought, okay, I'm going to block this. But guess what I accidentally did? I put them in my emergency contacts. I guess either way they're going to suffer, and they're barely going to talk to me. You know what I mean? But I can imagine, like, when something does happen to me, they call me back. They're like, hey, you know Damon? I'm like, we would try to get a hold of him forever. You know, he's dead. You know?
Is this Damon's ice? I don't have it because I deleted it, but I get a text from my work phone all the time for someone named Carl. Hey, Carl, I understand there's an auction coming up on the on the building on North Kedzie. We can help you take that off your hands. So today I finally snapped. I was like, look, no Carl lives here now. No Carl's ever lived here. This is a work phone. Please stop interrupting me. Please stop texting me, calling me, any other kind of communication you can use this device for. Please take this number and burn it. Fire the ashes into the sun and go find a job where you don't harass people about their dead relatives' property they're trying to trying to get rid of.
Right.
And then I was like, go F yourself. Have a blessed day. And then I sent it, deleted the messages, and blocked the caller.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, instead, I said,
I did that while I was at Honda. Like,
did you really? Well, you had free time.
Well, yeah, I had time.
You had free time.
Like, because the guy's like,
talk to Walgreens for me.
Please. I will gladly. If it's not like, that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to do it because it's me.
Yeah.
But I'll talk like that for anyone it wants. You can call me right up.
Yeah.
You can find me at thatchecksout.net. All the socials of That Checks Out. WDT.
I'm still wondering if Terry Vaughn is ever picking up his prescriptions.
Terry Vaughn, the guy's probably dead because you haven't told him it's the wrong number. So this guy's probably now a mummified decoration.
Yeah.
Okay, in his wife's closet for
I
the last 8
remember
months.
Terry Vaughn.
They've been calling him for him for like 3 years.
Oh my God! What is it? It's just blood pressure medicine.
You know what? It's great. They've
and,
never called the doctor back. Hey, this is Walgreens on Jefferson. We just want to let you know that Terry Vaughn is not picking up his
He's not
messages or
answering.
his prescriptions. Absolute clowns.
Every time he answers, there's a Metallica song on in the background.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on.
We call him in the morning. There's a funny show being recorded. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe we should check that out.
Yeah. Of course, we call before 9 because after 9, it's horrendous.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. We know it's a shit show. But anyway, I just thought that was funny.
We're on it.
Yeah, because we're doing it.
We are having weird parallel lives because I went to go pick up a prescription before I left town last week.
Yeah.
And they said on Wednesday it'll be ready on Sunday. So I went in and they're like, hey, it said, first off, and then this is someone else's joke, but you're just taking little pills or pills in a big bottle and putting it in a small bottle. Why is it taking 3 days and why is it not ready?
Right.
And they're like, well, there's a cost associated with it. And I was like, yeah, I know. That's how
cost?
Yeah, because my insurance won't cover it. It's a new medication with no generic.
Okay.
But I need that to live. And I was like, okay, but why don't you call me or Brian, I guess, or Terry Vaughn? Why don't you call me and ask me if I want it anyway, and not just he might get mad, so we're just not going to fill it. We don't want him to come down here and be mad at us that we're charging him money.
Matt gets ready to go to bed, and he tells his wife, he goes, tonight we're going to role play. I'm Terry Vaughn.
No, I thought it was going to be like, hey, tonight we kill Terry Vaughn. Tomorrow we're part of killing Ted. Because Walgreens is going to call us and we tell them, no, we don't want that prescription. It's too expensive.
Right.
But I was like, yeah, I know it's not like it's outlandish, but I'm like, yeah, I know it's money, but I will pay it. Have I not paid for any of my other prescriptions?
Right.
And they're like, okay, well, we'll get it filled. Do you got anything else? Oh, I have a giant cart that's empty. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think it was going to require a cart to take it out to my car. I've got other things I'm going to buy. I'll swing back in a minute. I'm like, okay, it'll be like 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, okay. And just like they did before, I got from the pharmacy to the auto department, which is maybe 14 steps. Phone text. Your prescription is now ready at the Walmart. No.
That was the cost. That was the cost associated with it. So you did remind me of something that I just forgot, so I'm not going to talk about it.
There's a cost involved. So we're not going to fill it.
Yeah.
Does that work for everyone? Because a lot of prescriptions I understand cost money.
So So I tell my kids, whoa, there's a cost involved with that. We're not going to do that. Okay.
We're not going to do that. We're going to go down to the Honda dealership and use their computers
No,
for free.
So my son, he wants to, we're looking at doing Invisalign or something like that, right? And so we've gone to the dentist and he's done different stuff. Now they tell me they want a panoramic, right? One of the panos of his head, right? So they do that.
Can I get a pano with your head,
Yeah,
please?
so here's the deal. So I call the dentist and they go, well, here's the deal. If you've had one in the last 3 years, your insurance won't pay for it. And I'm like, okay. So I call the other dentist we went to that we don't like anymore. And I said, hey, and they couldn't find any record of it. So when they wouldn't answer my question right away. They're like, we'll call you back. So I call back and I go, hey, look, if I just got to pay for it, whatever it is, he said, you know what, just how much is it? And this is what she tells me. She goes, well, it's $74. And I go, whoa, we're talking about $74? She goes, yes. I think you're going to tell me that's like $450.
Yeah, I thought you said $7,400.
Yeah. And I was like, you're going to run that thing around his head. I said, now, what if I put him on a lazy Susan and you just hold that thing still and I spin him?
Can we get that down to about City 5? Can we get a City 5?
And she starts laughing. She goes, I know who you are. It's the lady for the dentist. And so anyway, I was like, 74. I said, here's the deal. You run it through insurance. They don't pay. Big Daddy's got the money. That's what I tell her, She starts laughing.
You say that. That's way more than the prescriptions were going to be.
Right.
And they weren't going to fill it.
Yeah.
Well, that's like this morning when I had to pay
Do I need them to live? I have a couple bucks.
They're like, do you have any questions? When I picked up when I walked over to the cashier, I'm like, did you make any mistakes that I can use for a discount now? And they were like, no. I'm like, okay. Like, we need your signature here. I'm like, do you need my name or can I make it up? And they're like,
Terry Vaughn.
Yeah. Well, they're like, well, if you don't put your name, we'll charge you. I'm like, no, you won't, because you won't have my name. You'll have whoever I signed down here.
Put one L.
Yeah.
Just put one L. See what happens. You should do that.
Well, she was like, did Dan answer all of your questions? And I was like, well, no, because apparently he went to lunch and there was some other guy in the waiting room screaming my name for about 10 minutes before I decided I wanted to listen to him. Because it wasn't the guy who helped me. He's like, Tad. I was like, oh, that's me. I was just seeing if there was any others. Just wanted to start a club.
I'm the only Ted here. Just so we know, party of one.
I am the Alpha Ted.
Party of one. There were others. They didn't make it. There was Ted Vaughn.
Yeah. There was Theodore Terry Ted Vaughn. There was Theo Vaughn.
Hey, he's funny. I like him. All right, so now that we know where you can get medicine,
now you know how old men deal with their daily lives.
Yeah, we find it entertaining. So that's all that matters. You have to keep yourself entertained.
They're real heavy. You remember that?
They are. Yeah, it was on our board. Remember when we played it for the girls when they were in the studio?
Remember we asked Mac what he thought
Mac,
about the
what do you
girls?
think of them? Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, let's do a couple fun facts. This one I thought was really awesome, and there's even a picture that goes with it. In Iceland, you can hand draw a map on a piece of mail without an address, and it'll still make it to its destination.
That's interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Do you know you used to be able to write a check on anything?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You used to be able to you could write a check on a cow, and if the bank accepted it, it was good.
Old people credit cards?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Mac, do the people actually still use regular paper checks, or do they write it?
Are they still paying in checks, Mac?
Yes.
Nice.
Man, that's
Still getting checks from some people, cash from others.
At least please tell me you use an app and you don't have to go to the bank for those.
For the checks? Yeah,
Yeah.
I just use my phone.
Okay.
They bring in one of the big checks, like from Happy Gilmore, like you won a hole in one.
Yeah.
Here's your money.
I'm asking for payment, not an errand.
Yeah, I don't have that much free time. I cannot scan that into my app. I cannot. So, but if you think about that, if you live by us and you wrote, first off, you can't even tell somebody nowadays. They have to type it in to their GPS to drive to your house.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? They're not gonna, like, you can't say, okay, go up because first off, there's no more Blockbuster. You can't like go up to the Walgreens,
But
hang a left.
I will say, back in the day, if you messed up an address in our town, if you accidentally just put the street and forgot the house number, or you didn't have a zip code on it, whatever, it'd still get there.
He's got a stack of checks.
Nice. Can I get the routing and account numbers up?
Nobody likes a bragger, Mac. Nobody likes a bragger.
Man, you look like Cinnamon on Saturday night.
He's gonna go home and throw them on his bed and just lay in them and roll around. That's what he's gonna do.
You're like, up next to the stage, Brian, bring your old people credit cards.
But anyway, if you tried writing something nowadays, and because remember, you used to have to go even on MapQuest. You could go print one out, and it was like, okay, you still had to read those directions while you were going.
Right.
So you still, when you missed a turn, you're like, well, was that it? Okay, hold on. Because it gives you just the names of the streets you have to go on. It doesn't give you anything else.
I got lost going to so many concerts in high school because of MapQuest.
Well, we had friends that would literally, they were coming
awesome.
back from like the north side of Chicago and suddenly would be in Indiana.
Yeah.
Because they missed the turn
Yeah.
to get on the other tollway.
Yeah. Well,
this looks like Gary. I don't want to be here.
we were coming home one night from somewhere we probably shouldn't have been. But anyway, we were out having fun.
Up next to the stage, Brian.
Possibly. But anyway, we're coming home, and I must have turned wrong. And next thing I know, I see a sign that says Eenie Een. Anybody lives by us, Cabrini Green is not where you want to be. So I spin it. I flip a U-turn, like in the middle of the 4-lane road, and immediately cop behind me. And I'm like, okay. He walks up to the car, and he looks at me and goes, are you here for what I think you're here for? I said, no, I got lost. He goes, then you don't belong here. Get the hell out of here. I'm like, I'm not here buying anything. I'm trying to get out of here. Yeah. I saw the sign and turned around a block in, But yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, there was an accident after one of the Sox games, and they funneled us through there.
Yeah.
And they literally just turned all the lights to green, and they're like, just go.
Just
Like all the cars that were leaving.
He actually told me, he goes, there's no traffic because it was late. He goes, there's no traffic, just go. I said, okay, cool. Thank you very much. So, hey, here's my second fun fact, and you may know this.
Oh, no.
It is possible to faint or die from pooping too hard. It's a rare condition.
In this day and age.
Yeah. Very little resistance?
I thought we were doing the Family Matters Family Matters theme song. It's a rare condition in this day and age to see any good news on the newspaper page.
But it's called defecation syncope.
No, I've not heard of that.
Okay. So you've never fainted, huh?
No.
I've never fainted either. Have you ever crapped yourself into a nap, though? Like where you're like, man, I'm tired now.
I mean, yeah, have I been like, well, I've done a full day's work.
Yeah, before we were old.
Yeah.
Even when we were younger, 20s, it'd be like, wow, I feel like I accomplished so much today. It's just like, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would have called it, what a defecation elimination or,
that sounds like it should be on a kid's, like Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Today we're going to learn about defecation elimination.
That should be Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, Schoolhouse Rock.
Defecation elimination. You can poop so hard that you die.
Or what's that? Choo Choo Soul with Genevieve.
Oh, wow.
Today we're talking about defecation.
I'm going to be distracted the rest of the show.
I used to watch this with my kids. That's why I know all that stuff.
Yeah. Damon, why aren't the kids in the room?
I don't know.
Why are you watching Choo Choo Soul again?
Why is it paused? This is my favorite episode.
Is there a guy at a green screen? I see Buttcracks.
Are you making a sandwich? Are you making a sandwich right now? All right. So the last two we're gonna do, they just go together because they're kind of, it's kind of funny when you realize where people spend money. Scientists attach stilts to the legs of ants to prove that ants return to their nest by counting their steps. First off,
where are you finding
what company makes ant stilts? Do you just have like a bunch of toothpick shards and you're like, hey, you know what these could do?
Seriously.
You could tape to ant legs. These are like stilts. You think they'll pay us for these? Scientists will. So it says the ants with stilts overshot their nest roughly by 50% due to the new length of their steps. This is what they did.
They're like, hey, I think we missed a turn back here. No, I'm counting.
It's on MapQuest.
I'm counting. This is not.
Where's Eenie Een? Where are we at right now? Okay, listen, you're going to want to take them stilts off, and you're going to turn around and go that way as fast as you can. But again, scientists. So somebody funded this.
Yeah, someone paid for that. We're in the wrong field.
Right, because we're idiots.
Yeah, because
we could easily
We
prove
literally
this.
could have come up with that.
Yeah. First off, I've had a ton of awesome ideas that are way better than this on this show. And this...
Yeah, they won't fund Pet Chat, but they'll fund whittling down toothpicks to see if ants accidentally overshoot the mark.
Yeah, when I want to cut your gerbil in half with my pressure washer.
Why does it matter?
Yeah.
Why is that like, what kind of reason, what kind of like groundbreaking, like earth shattering changes came about because of that? Hey guys, we found out that ants do count their steps. And then the other guys are like, okay.
Warren Buffett looks at Bill Gates and goes, gotcha. He owes him a buck. He funded the whole thing just to be like, yeah, I told you that. It's people with money.
Well, pay up, Mortimer.
Right, trading places. We're all good.
So they had the pork bellies, which is where you get your delicious bacon for breakfast. And that's when you got to look at the camera and be like,
yeah.
Or your delicious orange juice comes from oranges.
So the second one that is an extreme waste of resources. The CIA tried using cats as spies in the 1960s. After 5 years and over $20 million spent in training these spy cats, they were unsuccessful.
Yeah, because every time to train a cat, they might do it once, and the next time they're like, I'm done.
So, but what eludes you to that in the 80s? Because remember in the 80s, you had Garfield, you had Heathcliff. Well, so what made you think that was a good spy?
That makes me wonder is if that movie, That Darn Cat, featuring a cat that spies, did the CIA steal that idea from Disney, or did Disney steal that idea from the CIA? And that brings me to my follow-up question. Was there a mole in the CIA that was like, this is going to be great stuff for Disney?
Right. Yeah.
And that's how we got like other movies, you know, like
Hello, Walt.
like a car that drives itself, aka Herbie the Love Bug.
Right.
The computer that wore tennis shoes, which was a kid that invented invisibility, which is funny because there's one scene where it doesn't work because the criminal switches it out. And so the other guy's trying to demonstrate it. And he's like, you see a basketball floating in the air, but it's him holding it because he's not actually invisible, which is what made me think when you were talking about the green screen thing earlier, that would have been you.
Yeah.
You see this sandwich? It's not actually floating by itself. I'm holding it. And everyone's like, yeah, no, we see you. Of course.
Watch me make it disappear.
Well, we made it disappear.
4 bites.
Yeah. We know where it's going, fatty. Why are you even doing this demonstration?
Do-do-do. Just start eating. Do-do-do. He's so smart.
Where is that music coming from?
Do-do-do. Then it's just me with all the bread. You know, I can't even do it anymore. Are you still making it disappear? Uh-huh. Yeah.
These crumbs aren't just floating; they're actually on my shirt.
But it doesn't say how much the scientists spent on doing the stilts. But $20 million. They said, listen. What if we can train cats? First off, cats are like the most deck animal on the face of the earth.
Right.
You know,
no.
How are they ever going to do that?
It probably costs $50,000, but they're like, hey, you know what? Next year we want to do something else, so let's make this budget $20 million.
Yeah, right.
I'll keep $10 million. You keep $900 million.
Yeah.
$950,000.
Yeah. And then we'll go to hamsters.
And we'll have cats.
Yeah, we'll have cats. Yes. You know what it was? It was the Broadway play. It was the musical. That's what it was. They're like, cats, this can work. Yeah. And it's like, those are people. And the CIA didn't know that. The CIA had no idea.
It's amazing. Those cats have opposable thumbs. And it looks like faces we can communicate with.
And they say the same thing over and over. I've seen this show 5 times. They never stray off with their stray. Hey, was that a joke?
Yeah,
huh?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But,
I forgot to tell you this. Speaking of Broadway and cats and everything, I get off the plane. I get a cab. I'm driving. We pull around.
Wait, you get a cab and you're driving?
Yeah, we're driving. I'm driving the guy. I'm in the back. He's handling.
Hey, buddy, relax.
He's handling the wheel. I got the pedals. We pull around and we come to my hotel, which says in 50-foot letters on the side, Best Western. We pull around the side. He's like, is this the place? I'm like, yeah. He's like, is it a hotel? And I said, yes. He said, there's no sign. I said, yeah, not traditionally, but there's a giant sign on the side of the building. And he was like, oh, I didn't see that. I've been in a car with you for the last 35 minutes, and you can't see 50-foot letters? And then I was like, okay, well, thanks. He's like, hey, real quick, are you doing any kind of work around here? I'm like, well, not right here, but this is the closest hotel I could find. He's like, hey, not really a great area, especially after dark. Nice knowing you. And then he just drove away. And I was
no way.
Cool. Cut to the next day. Now I'm in an Uber because I'm that kind of fancy.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, is this the place? I'm like, yeah. He's like, is this a hotel? And I was like, do you guys not have Best Westerns in New York City?
Does your cousin drive a cab?
Yeah. Are you guys like branching out?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. He's like, sometimes I do work around here, and I'm looking for a place to stay. And I'm like, was the cab guy warning me about the Uber guy?
Right.
Or is the Uber guy really into heavy drugs? I don't know what's happening out here.
Good luck. Don't use an Uber or a Lyft in this area.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
But goodbye, everybody. Just as he drove away, I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Sad to say for Damon, I did survive.
Yes, he did. Yeah. So, on that note, I want to give you an awesome TCO sells it for you. One where I'm going to put the picture up the day that it comes out. You ready?
Last time you did this, it was an old deck.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to show you. No, I did the stereo too. Remember the 60 disc?
Oh, that's right.
60 disc down to 31 or whatever it was.
Right, don't be mad.
Yeah, 30-ish. All right.
But I've had an accident.
Well, this one, they didn't have an accident. But this is a free, now it's free, okay? Pillow top queen mattress. Now, if you get your mattresses off the free section of Marketplace, you're doing pretty good. Okay, you're doing pretty good in life.
You're a baller.
Now,
you probably have stairs and a front room.
Here's the description. Free used pillow top queen mattress. That's first sentence. Second sentence, 2 words. No smoke. Okay. Third sentence, 2 words. No murders. Okay?
Like new, slightly used.
But now it says, condition, used good, color beige. Here's the problem. Let me show you this thing.
It's saying it was used good or it's used good?
Does that look like a cane beige?
No.
So
That's
listen,
like when you go into your teenage son's room and you take the pillowcase off and you're like,
have you ever changed this ever?
right, did you,
Yeah.
do you wash your face?
So anyway, that was the picture. Now they're very proud of the fact that there was no murders. Okay. But yeah, again, when you look at it, it's free. It should be. But I even took and I blew up the picture, and you can see the stains and the ring. I mean, that's not a natural color.
No.
Okay.
Do they have a stipulation where you cannot bring your own blacklight to inspect? Anyone with blacklight will be turned around.
Right. You know what's weird? It's free. Put it on the curb.
Right.
Okay. Are you doing somebody a solid by giving them, hey, no murders? Okay. Now it's beige.
No murders.
Yeah.
Well, and like, unless you count the unborn that have been dropped into this.
Right. But it should say color. Now it's beige. Yeah. Not color. Beige.
Now
Color.
you're playing with
Material. Fabric. Yeah. No shit. It's a mattress. So yeah, like I said, I read that.
Well, it's probably, fabric and human juices, but
Yeah, it's held together by dead skin cells and whatever else. Yeah. But anyway, free pillow top mattress. If you're interested, just reach out to us.
yeah, if you're interested, just swing by Seneca.
Yeah, that's where it is. So I did one more because that was so short. This one too. This is a good one. This is on Shanahan Manuka garage sale site. I'm going to read the whole thing. High quality beige couch, $60. Not beige like the other, like the mattress, but beige. Adjustable trundle bed, $25. Platform trundle, $20. 5x7 area rug, Now, here's where we get the good stuff. Scuba gear, weight belt, 2 regulators, short wetsuit. Don't know what that means. Maybe shorts? Is it shorts?
It doesn't have all the full arms and
Okay.
legs.
Vest, knife, and bag, $70 or best. Moving this weekend, everything must go. Now, I don't know that you want to buy your diving equipment from Marketplace, but you definitely don't want to buy it from somebody. I have the picture here that says that is a high quality beige couch.
Yeah, that is a gray and white plaid checkered couch.
That
looks like it was rode hard and put away like the other guy's beige.
Yeah. There's actually you can almost see the stains, like somebody sat in this topless, with no shirt on, just sweating against it.
Yeah, the Jerry curl.
Right. And the best part is the beige couch, it looks like it might even pull out into a sleeper. But anyway, when you say that's your high quality, and then you tell me, why don't you buy some scuba gear from me?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going underwater in that
I didn't
scuba
think
gear.
that was ever high quality.
No, that wasn't high quality when in the 80s.
Yeah, that looks like a Big Lots purchase. Oh, yeah, we got about 75 couches in bag. It was an overstock.
What do you sell them for
from
new?
Value City.
What do you sell them for new? $50. This one's 60. It's high quality.
$60.
Yeah, high quality. So, but again, what you probably should do when you want to do stuff like that, don't give away the point that you don't understand what good quality is.
Yeah.
Don't, just with the mattress. Don't give away the point that you don't understand that now it's beige. Okay, it didn't come. We have a logo behind us. By the way, you didn't notice it's white now.
Oh, I did notice.
Okay, yeah, but we have a bright white logo. Generally speaking, that's almost the color of a new mattress. Maybe not bright white, but it's pretty white.
Right.
Okay, it's not beige. Okay, it's really not. They don't start out that color. So free ones start out that color, or
Right.
end up that color, but they don't start out that color.
I feel for anyone that cannot afford their own mattress.
Right, and I understand that. Right,
But that's not how you want a mattress.
right, yeah, and I understand. And maybe they think they're doing somebody a solid by doing that, but in reality, you're looking at it, you're like, honestly, look, if I want to throw that in my garage for my dogs to lay on, maybe I'd still put a blanket over it.
I don't even know if I'm going that far.
Well, you like your dog. Yeah. See,
That is a factor.
yeah, the dog we have, I would,
the dog that lives in your house.
Yeah, I will let it sleep under that mattress. You see the dog?
While it's on the curb.
Dad never lays on that mattress for more than 5 minutes. What's he doing? Right. So anyway, if you want a high quality beige couch and probably some really, really, really whacked out cheap scuba gear, we can also hook you up for that too. Okay.
Yes, if you would like to die while scubaing, we can get you hooked up.
Not to mention everything they listed: weight belt, 2 regulators, short wetsuit, vest, knife, and bag. $70.
Yeah,
This shithole couch that they have right here, 60.
right. I'm not a scuba person myself, but that sounds like way more than 70. And they're also willing to take or better offer on the scuba stuff. They are firm on the beige couch.
We said it's high quality. We do not dicker on high quality stuff.
OBO. Except the couch.
Yeah, except the couch. But again, you also tip your hand when you're like, moving this weekend, everything must go.
Yeah, everything must go.
Okay, so you're saying that if I wait until Monday, it'll probably be on the street in front of that house.
Right.
I'll just go pick it up. It's all good.
Yeah.
But reach out to us. We can get you a mattress and a high quality couch.
Hey, if you give me Monday's price today, I'll take it off your hands. You don't even have to worry about it.
Hey, so I did that. we just put a couch in Chuck's room. He wanted one with it reclines and it rocks or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like a double recliner. So they go side by side, right? And
it's a love seat that reclines.
Yeah. So I go to a place that does it's like a not a plate again, but like a restore or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll look here because look, when you look online, I don't want to go in somebody's house and look. I kind of do because then I know how gross it is.
Well, I would say and you don't have a face that can hide. This place smells.
Right.
Wow. How many years is it take me to air out this fart cushion you're trying to sell me?
Yeah. Is it the couch that makes the house smell this way? Oh,
do you guys?
I'm not interested.
It just exclusively cabbage because this place is moist and gross.
And Hormel chili. Yeah. That's all we eat. That's it.
And that's not even the smell I'm getting. I'm just getting that look from you.
I'm not picking up the Hormel chili. Strong cabbage. Strong cabbage. You are correct. I don't have the face. My poker face is only when I need it to work.
Right.
If I don't need it to work, yeah, you're going to, wow, that guy really doesn't like me. Yeah. You know why? Because he's letting you know by looking at his face. He's not faking it. So, but you are correct. So anyway, I looked and they had $100 on it. And I'm like, that's ain't a $100 couch. I said, it's $50 couch maybe, you know? So I go up and I go, hey, when do you mark that down? They go, it's already marked down. It's cut in half. And I go, oh. I go, how long has it been here? They go,
when's it get cut in quarters?
Hey, so they said, well, it's been here like 2 months. And I go, okay, when did you cut the price down? He goes, well, about 3 weeks ago. I said, cool. So about 5 weeks, I'll be back and it'll be $50. That's what I tell him. And he goes, well, no. And I says, here's the deal. So I say this because my son really did pay with his money. And I said, hey, that's okay.
Shoulder.
Correct.
Hey,
you are correct, sir.
Don't dive in the chair head first, Mac. We go in there, his feet are upside down. It's like,
well, you probably got that new weight regulator and
mount up.
He's got that short wetsuit on.
I was trying on my scuba suit.
Yes, $70.
Scuba Steve don't know where the microphone is.
This didn't come with flippers. It sucks. But anyway, so I'm talking to the guy, the manager of the place. Yeah. I talk loud enough to a guy who looks like he's, stoned out of his mind. Okay, and he's helping me. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, so when are they marking down? He goes, they did. And I'm like, when? He goes, like 3 weeks ago, man. And I just look at him and I'm like, okay, we're getting nowhere here. How many more questions do I have to ask before you tell me what you'll take?
Cheech, can you go get Chong and then tell him I want to talk to the manager?
Well, then I see the boss like talking to somebody else. So I start talking loud enough. I'm like, okay. I said, so they won't take any less for it. No, that's okay. I said, I'll give it some time. And he walks over and goes, what are you looking at? So I did it on purpose. And I go, well, so I was looking at the couch back there. I said, listen, I said, my son has a budget. And I said, it's not $100. And he goes, okay. And I said, he just doesn't have that. I said, if you're going to mark it down again, in a couple of weeks, I said, I'll come back and see if it's $50. And he goes, well, I says, or, because his budget was $75. I said, or we can meet in the middle right now and we'll load it in my van and I'll take it. He goes, you'll take it right now? I go, yeah, right now. He goes, we'll load it up for you. I said, even better. So I tell Chucker, you got a couch for $75? He's like, yeah. Because the ones we were looking at online were like $200. Yeah. People want, because you want something that's not garbage. And this was not garbage, but it just was there long enough to where,
I also have done this. Now, I'll use that couch as an example. Everything all right? No, I actually got kind of a problem. Oh, what's that? Well, you got a $100 price tag on this $50 couch. So I don't know if that mistake was yours personally or was someone else's working here. And then that's when you're like, oh, but that couch is $100. No, come on, guy. We can both see it, right?
Right.
We're talking about the same couch, the one that's right here.
It doesn't have a left side. Yeah. No. And like I said,
it's only got 2 seats. I mean, most couches have 3. I don't know if you noticed this, but
and I sat in and I'm like, he'll probably never really recline it. He's been reclining it. He enjoys it, but it rocks. So he can just, because his TV's mounted up high on the wall, so he can watch it, or if he's playing video games or something, he can rock back. His feet are flat on the floor. He doesn't like a footstool. So I was like, okay, whatever, So, and he broke the chair that's in the garage that you've seen.
Yes.
It was a very nice chair. But
it was a very nice chair.
Tons of fun. Broke it himself. So anyway, but yeah, that may remind me of that we went shopping and it was like, yeah, this is not, when it's not worth something, you're right. I could not keep a poker face. In front of him, it's a store. Right. I don't care. If you don't want to take my money, that's cool. Yeah. I'm okay. But yeah, if I walk in somebody's house and it's like, wow, this smells like rancid milk. What are we doing?
I'm walking around Long Island on Friday, which was yesterday.
Speaking of rancid milk.
Right. Well, first off, I said to the place I was at, like, do you guys have a store nearby that sells surge protectors? I will go get one because they needed one. They're like, well, there's an Ace Hardware. I'm like, cool. How far is it? Because I don't have a car. And they're like, oh, it's far. I'm like, again, when did you close? Just now. I'm like, okay, well, how far is far? Because your far might be different from my far. My legs have a different far than your legs, maybe. But anyway, we got past that. Then I was walking, and I saw it was like a mom and pop shop that had like a Hallmark part in front and a tool and a hardware store and gifts and everything. And I'm like, I'll just pop into this place.
Yeah.
And I walk in, and I'm kind of looking around. And a woman's like, can I help you? I'm like, no, I'm just up from out of town. You know, the kids, they always like souvenirs. So I'm just checking out, see what you got. And just kind of walking around. We don't have these stores back where I am anymore. They've kind of shut them all down. So it's kind of cool to see a local neighborhood place like this. She's like, okay, great. I walk 2 feet and this guy pops out. Do you need any help looking for anything? I'm like, no, I know where the exit is and I'm going to go head to it right now. Can I actually just not look in a store for 5 seconds without 3 people getting right in my face?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm like, no. You had to have heard that. She's right there.
It's like me at the gas station. Right there.
She's right there. I know you heard that conversation because I was not talking quietly.
Yeah.
If you think that I walked 2 feet from that lady and then tried to steal something, you're an idiot. So, like, literally, I just left. And they didn't get a purchase. So I don't even know if they have surge protectors. I bet they did.
But I think it's funny. It's like, okay, we know she couldn't help you. What about me? You know, that would have been me. That's me. Yeah. That's me working there. Yeah. Okay, look, we understand.
Yeah, that would have been your thing. Well, yeah, you talked to her. I wanted you to see if you actually wanted help. Yeah.
How about from a guy that has knowledge?
Yeah, she's just being polite. Yeah. You know that sack of raisins wasn't getting up.
Yeah, right. No. Don't get up. I'm just going to look around. Hey, buddy. But you are correct. You were 4 feet from that. You heard the conversation.
This store was like the size of the studio. It wasn't like it was like, hey,
yeah,
you need any help over there?
Yeah,
I can touch her. She's right here.
She's right.
She's like, but I did it. I turned around and walked out. I was like, forget it.
She's like, he said no. Yeah.
Am I that suspicious?
So, hey, I was going to do something different today.
I guess because I was a young person.
Oh, yeah.
In that kind of store. Well, I say young.
Well, probably compared to the owners that were
still mid.
There.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
You're talking about a family-owned hardware store. Yeah. They're old.
Yeah. I mean, they were very much in the beige mattress part of their lives.
Yeah. You know how you always wanted a hammer from 1975? They got them new on the wall. All right? They got them new. So what I was going to do, I did not have a strange story today. What I did is I have some TCOs of the week.
TCOs! Replacing strange stories because Damon didn't have them of the week.
That was all in one breath.
It was
pretty impressive.
I know. I've been holding it.
Yeah, probably because you walked around, man.
I've been holding it. I don't want a defecation elimination. What's your function?
Why did he pass out? I don't know, but check and see if he's poopy. Anyway, this is the first one.
This place smells.
Yeah. Man steals. I wouldn't buy this couch.
Yeah, Mac, I wouldn't buy this chair.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy this chair.
You got more chairs, right?
Burning these chairs.
Yeah.
I mean, you should do that every week.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? He's just added money every week. What is it? That's a chair.
That's what you get for buying high top, like, pleather ones. And then the ones we sit in are those cushion, like those fabric ones you cannot clean.
Those are inherited.
If I didn't sit in fabric ones, I would slide right out underneath the table. So it's probably a good thing.
No, you wouldn't. You would stick.
Yeah.
These are sticky. I don't like these at all.
Makes a Velcro sound when he stands up. But it says,
I don't think I've used my real voice once today.
Man steals horse and hides it in his bedroom. Okay?
Man steals horse and hides it in his beehole.
Man, South Carolina man, not in Florida this time, was arrested after stealing a horse from a local farm and riding it all the way to his father's house. When it said bedroom, I figured he's going back to Pop's
he's going back to his parents' house?
Mom and Dad's house. Sadly, for 31-year-old Gary Coble Jr., so, Gary
Coble Sr. doesn't seem to be doing that great either. Junior stole a horse. Yeah, he's also your kid. So,
well, it says his attempted theft was witnessed by a concerned citizen. Well, it sounds like he actually did steal a horse. See, if you find the horse back in his bedroom, odds are the theft has taken place. Okay, the horse didn't follow him home like a puppy dog.
Wilbur,
right?
Your parents sound cool.
So it says he was caught in the act. An anonymous witness saw him riding the horse down.
Like, which part was he caught? Was he caught like shoving him into his room, or
saw him riding down country lane in Mountain Rest and taking it to his father's house? At that point, the witness called the sheriff's office, who then called Coble's father. His father reported that the son wasn't even supposed to be there. Well, guess what, Dad?
He wasn't even supposed to be here today. You know what? That don't look like Coble's horse. I bet he stole it.
The house was already destroyed. When authorities arrived, they found Coble Jr. in the bedroom with the horse, and the horse had already littered the house with horse feces. So, first off, this animal's probably scared.
The part I like is already in my head. I'm saying, "Shh, hey, be cool, be cool,
Yeah.
be cool, be cool. I'll be right out. Be cool."
And they're like, who just shit on the rug right there? Oh, I got a dog. And it's a little chihuahua comes out smaller than the pile of
Right.
crap on the floor. It's like him. Like, he likes to eat cabbage and Hormel chili. That's what it smells like.
Hey, Junior, we just have a question for you. Be cool. Stop it.
Dad, I got a girl in here.
Yeah.
Hey, the drywall shaking. The thing's kicking everything. Dad, I got a girl in here. Against her will, son? Or what are we doing? You know what I mean? Is she trying to get free? Do we need to open the door, son? But it said the horse appeared to be calm, which is a relief because it must have been very stressful.
Well, it's probably totally empty of poop by that point.
He was charged with second-degree burglary, petty. How about petty? Petite. Just I stole a tiny pony.
I just stole a tiny pony.
It's a
Don't
tiny
worry
horse.
about
It's
it.
My Little Pony. I just brought it home.
It's not even worth getting a fuss over.
Yeah. Malicious injury to personal property, possession, making burglary tools. What is that? Stealing of livestock, which I have to think is like from the 1800s. They probably have this in place.
Yeah, they go to pull over that leather book.
Yeah.
Well, here it is. Law 2.
But it says the owner of the horse has no plans to press charges. While the horse, which was valued at $6,500, had a laceration on its leg that hadn't been there previously. Okay, you scuffed it. Okay, you scuffed my horse. What do we do? Who's paying for this? And meanwhile, the dad, they've played horse pie bingo in his front room. Whoever had the table.
Whoever the table, to the window, to the wall.
To the wall. Oh, man, I don't want to say it, but I'm not going to.
Thanks.
But anyway.
They call it.
I was going to say, oh, cheat. That's what I was going to say, but it's all good. No, go ahead.
I was going to say they call it, Jake is like, no, State Farm can't help you.
Right.
We're good neighbors, but we're not that good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? We're busy talking to Aaron Rodgers. He's moving to a new team. We're good. So anyway, if you think about this, the dad says, no, my son's not supposed to be there. Then gets home and goes, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like you said. Okay. Shh.
Just be cool.
Just be
cool.
Be cool. It's got like he put his like his earbuds and he's playing like Yanni, real mellow music. He's like, okay, look, this is spa music. Relax. Meanwhile, it's kicking the shit out of everything in that room. That's awesome. But to say that he got home and the horse had already defiled the rest of the entire house.
Also, if you see how big a horse is, how big are the doors in this guy's house?
Right.
Can you imagine just seeing like the sides of the doors just like bowed out?
Why is it broke above that door? I tried riding it through that doorway, Dad.
Son, you might be the dumbest person I've ever met.
When I get home, I'm going to punch your mama in the mouth.
I am so angry at you. I'm going to go back in time and punch your mama's father in the mouth.
So, if you're 31 years old and live with your parents, I would recommend.
Wait, if you're 31 years old, live with your parents, and have not ruined it with horse feces and probably other, destruction, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
You're doing okay.
I'll be honest with you. Share this podcast with them and be like, hey, I don't do that.
I don't do that. Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah, I might do a little petite crime and do some drugs every now and then.
Yeah. And I don't have a job.
But I have not ruined your house with
I've never
manure.
Never played horse pie bingo.
Manure. I hate manure. That'd be great if his name was Biff Tannen.
So we'll do a second one. That this guy here, he's my new favorite. Okay, he's my new favorite TCO of the week ever.
And we just talked about a kid who ruined his parents' house with manure.
This one, ready for the headline?
Go ahead.
Man spends the day telling people that their babies are ugly while standing outside of a Walmart.
Yeah, no. Did you ever know that you're my hero?
So it says, Ventura, California, Dylan McEwen, 36. This guy probably also lives at home with his parents. Yeah. He was arrested.
Hey, Ma, I'm going down to the Walmart talking to them ugly babies again. But we're in California. Why do you talk like that?
Don't tell them they're ugly, Dylan. So they had over a dozen calls to the Ventura Police Department complaining of a man was telling parents that their babies were ugly while they were entering the local Walmart.
Hey. Freedom of speech. That baby's ugly. Next. Freedom of speech. That baby's ugly. Next.
Most people, what do you think of this baby? I plead the fifth. No, that baby's ugly as hell.
Oh my God, can I see your baby? Gross.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech.
So, it says he stood off to the side of the entrance door at Walmart on South Victoria Boulevard. And when a parent was approaching with their baby, he would take a look. And if he thought they were ugly, he would say so. So it says,
I would I'm not saying that I know someone that still has a Walmart vest, but I know someone that still has a Walmart vest. I would stand right inside the door and be like, hey, welcome to Walmart. Items for ugly babies. Aisle 4.
Can I get you a buggy for that ugly baby? Yeah. For that horrendous toddler?
Yeah. Did you want to put the baby in the cart or under it? Because it's ugly.
It says many people blew him off just as emotionally disturbed individual. So they didn't really care. But several people left in tears at the mean things they said about their kids. Here's this quote. I was just telling them the truth. I may be an asshole, but at least I'm an honest asshole.
Yeah. Hey, ma'am, I just got a question for you. Did you adopt that, or is that your own personal butt baby? Because that's one of them butt babies, isn't it?
Did you? So is the father a pug? What are we doing? What do we got going on here? You know, you don't have to really say they're ugly. You can just ask questions like that.
Did the father ever get stolen and hidden in the kid's bedroom before?
Right. Yeah. I understand the dad looks like Shrek. Is that what we're doing here? But it says he was still harassing
was
people.
The father a Make-A-Wish adult?
Yeah.
Gross.
So it says this is a quote. He was so offensive for absolutely no reason. Why he would say my child is ugly when obviously his ugliness runs much deeper, a parent told us.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really a looker himself. You know what would be even better, though? It'd be like, hey, I can tell that I don't know what the... Oh, no. He found a line that he finds funny.
Dylan has a history of being a truth teller. I did this in quotes. He was arrested this past summer for harassment and intimidation for telling overweight folks on the beach they need to cover up or they may be mistakenly harpooned like a whale.
There she blows!
So,
shirtless fatty, right ahead, son.
Yeah. You know what's weird? The guy's 36, lives with his parents. Those are the only people that probably talk to him. He probably should be nice. Nice. So
I don't even have to ask if your husband's ugly because I can see your face.
Then I saw your face.
And I knew your baby and you were ugly. Next.
And I know why he'd leave her. Yeah.
Freedom of speech. Next.
That was Mickey Dolenz. I think I was very in tune right there with my Dolenz.
It wasn't Smash Mouth.
No. Come on, man.
No. That was a little too close to your.
Oh. So it says we're gonna do one more because this one I didn't know if Jerry would be here today. You remember when we did our little Mad Libs?
Correct.
And Mac wrote his own, which was extremely offensive.
Yeah, and apparently, he doesn't want Jerry here because his farts.
Yeah. So would you like to read this headline?
Man forcibly removed from airplane when he would not stop passing gas, and in the parenthetical, they have to explain to you that means farting.
This one, I've read almost all the way through.
That literally looks like. Go back to the guy's picture. That literally looks like if you melted Peter Griffin.
Oh yeah.
He is a gross looking. That guy definitely. If he went to Walmart, Dylan would stop talking to babies and be like, "Hey, real quick, just for you, ugly, freedom of speech."
This guy, another California, Louis Carmichael. They give his name. 27. Guess where he lives? I bet you.
With his parents.
I would guess. He was escorted off a Spirit flight. 203.
There you go.
We found doesn't Spirit just stink by itself? Is they really need?
How do they know? How do they narrow it down, sir? If they can narrow down the stink to you on a Spirit flight, you need to get off.
So what happened is it smells worse than a Spirit flight.
Yeah,
son, you got to leave. Okay.
Oh thank God! Now it just smells like regular dumpster.
But it says after repeated several failed attempts by flight attendants to get him to stop passing gas, so they went up to him and tried to reason with him. Can you just stop doing that? Can we stop?
Bong, bong.
Flight 203.
Can we get you to
the mask are dropping?
Yeah. Wait, what was that guy's name?
Huh? Carmichael Lewis.
In the event that Lewis can't shut his asshole, oxygen masks might drop from the ceiling.
They drop.
Please remember to put on your own mask before helping your kids.
But what's funny is they drop. They're not even off the ground. There's like no reason. We're not even off the ground yet. We're still on the tarmac. I don't understand what you're doing. But it said he was to attend a comic book convention. He looks like the type that would attend a comic book. And I'm not.
I mean, I have walked in many of Comic Cons and other kind of pop culture comms. Holy cow! The
body odor.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's like walking through walking near a high school locker room.
Yeah.
Or have you ever been to a hockey game and been by their locker room?
I was thinking about going to C2E2 tomorrow, comic convention. And
bring your scuba gear, Mac.
Yeah. In their like frequently asked questions or like suggestions, this is your first time here, they have a point specifically telling people to wear deodorant.
Yeah, no.
Do they really?
One of the things
on the
it goes into
official
hygiene.
website.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you literally, and it won't be like the whole place. It breaks up, so your nose goes blind to it, and then you'll turn a corner, and all of a sudden a new wave will hit, and you'll be like, "Oh God,
that's a Carmichael."
Neckbeard, right ahead, sir.
So it said that the flight attendants were able to pinpoint the source of the foul smell to him. Each flight attendant took turns trying to get him to cooperate. A belligerent Carmichael refused to fess up about being the gas passer. Wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Pigpen, there's an entire green cloud around you.
Yeah. Your chair has changed colors. Okay?
Wasn't me.
Yeah, wasn't me.
Your stink mouth telling me it wasn't you is refreshing. That's how much I know it was you.
So here's the deal. It was obvious to all on board that this man was defiling the airplane and that something needed to be done.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. So get this. For the good of all passengers, frustrated flight crew, I can't even read because I'm laughing at the next word. Called TSA. Okay. Onto the plane in a last-ditch attempt to get the situation under control. The presence of federal agents made no difference, and the horrendous smells continued. So he wasn't even trying to hold it. Yeah. Finish him.
Wait, all right, here we go. Chicago Comic-Con and Entertainment Expo, C2E2.
Yeah.
What should you wear? Comfy shoes, cosplay, geeky gear, deodorant. Forgive us for stating the obvious here, but conventions can be a sweaty place. Have some consideration for your fellow fans. A little bit of deodorant can go a long way.
Wow.
Star Wars slide wipe.
You got your green pine trees for your earrings. Yeah. You're just wearing them. So here's the last paragraph. Louis Carmichael was subsequently picked up by the LAPD and taken to Los Angeles County Jail, where his actions on Spirit Flight 203 could land him in federal prison.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of defecation elimination.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Right.
He's trying not to pass out.
You might die if you don't.
So it says,
stop your pushing.
TSA and local law enforcement are still searching for answers as to why Carmichael behaved in this manner. Look, if it's happening, it's happening. Ask him what he ate.
Right.
That's where you start.
Yeah.
What'd you eat? How long ago? Oh, wait, you've been at the airport for 4 hours? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many Auntie Anne's pretzels do you have in you right now?
How many times did you stop by for a local lager?
Is there a Sbarro in some of the airports? You gotta get something like that?
In JFK, there wasn't a Sbarro. It was like a local New York pizza place.
Okay, but still.
Yeah.
You're getting...
you walked up and it was like, wait, everyone makes fun of Sbarro? This place looks just like Sbarro. It's got the questionable calzones up front, the pies that you don't know how long they were made, and they're just going to cut it up, throw it in an oven for a minute, and be like, good enough.
You know, when you change the S to a Z and it's called Sbarro, it's not, it's still the same thing.
Hey, Carmichael, have fun having the Rhea on the plane.
But it says they couldn't find any answers to why he'd act that way. Can't at all.
I guarantee this guy was in row like 29 or further back. So when they got him off the plane, as he walked up, it was just
crop dusting everybody. Why? He's wearing a green jumpsuit. Why is that butt crack? Making a sandwich.
They put him in a hazmat suit, and he looks like Violet Beauregard by the end. He just, Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. Just roll him out.
So out of the three, I mean, he was fun. But out of the three, I'm telling you, a guy that speaks the truth at Walmart about babies, and especially if you're talking to the parents, that's got to be crippling.
Well, at least what I like is how he did it to people that can't fight back.
Right.
He didn't do it to like adult women or adult men or even like older children.
Yeah.
Ugly, you all right? Ugly, just like wait for it. Wait for it.
Because I tell you what.
Wait for it.
My
You're
kid's,
ugly.
My
Wait
kid's
for it.
16, but if you call him ugly, he can still put up a fight if he wants to. So yeah, you're kind of like, hey, yeah, you're okay. What do you say? Ugly, you okay?
Yeah. You say like it's ugly. You fine. Ugly. Well, you don't want to go out? I called you fine. I'm calling these other babies ugly.
Okay. So what we've learned today, where to buy a now beige mattress.
Yeah, where to buy not a beige. Ted can afford his prescriptions.
Yes. What a high class beige couch looks like.
Damon knows how to set up a timely prank on his wife.
Yes, he does. Oh, Damon's very good.
We know that you cannot successfully hide a horse in your bedroom.
You can, but if the trail goes through the living room, they're going to know it's there. Come in through the bedroom window. That's what you got to do.
This episode is brought to you by Gas X. Always remember to take those little green pills before you get on Spirit Airlines.
Right, Lewis?
Please prompt me, sir.
Where can they find us, Dad?
They can find us at thatchecksout.net, all the socials. That checks out. WDT stands for With Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. He's Damon. Coming to you here from Audio Hive Podcasting Studio. That Checks Out has been a TCO Productions. Please check us out on YouTube. You can see our latest video, Cool Dads, soon to be everywhere. Please share that with everyone. Everyone that you share that with will have a smile for free, I guarantee it. Guarantee will be paid for by Damon if guarantee fails. That checks out.
Not redeemable in any state.